Today we're going to show you 1990 Flair baseball cards. Okay, we have quite a few, so we've made a part 1 and part 2. So here we go. We'll start with this one here. Les Lancaster, pitcher for the Cubs. Mike Benjamin, infield for the Giants. Greg Litton, third baser for the Giants. Robbie Thompson, second base for the Giants. Dwayne Ward, pitcher for the Blue Jays. Terry Leach, pitcher for the Royals. Brett Saberhagen, pitcher for the Royals. Claudell Washington, outfield for the A's. We have Bruce Hurst, pitcher for the Padres. Mark Parent, catcher for the Padres. Dennis Ramason, pitcher for the Padres. Bib Roberts, second base for the Padres. Calvin Scriardi, pitcher for the Padres. Eric Show, pitcher for the Padres. Steve Finley, outfield for the Orioles. Peter Harnisch, pitcher for the Orioles. And Ben Melvin, catcher for the Orioles. Mickey Telleton, catcher for the Orioles. Ron Darling, pitcher for the Mets. Barry Lyons, catcher for the Mets. Jagasto, pitcher for the Astros. Rafael Ramirez, shortstop for the Astros. Dan Quisenberry, pitcher for the Cardinals. Todd Zeile, catcher for the Cardinals. Rafael Palmeiro, first base for the Rangers. And Nolan Ryan, pitcher for the Rangers. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing all these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, because we're going to have part 2. And by all means, share this video with other baseball fans. Alright, bye-bye now. Okay, today we have part 2 of the 1990 Flair baseball cards. Okay, this is part 2, so let's start right in. Okay, this is Greg Broke, first base for the Brewers. We have Tim Burke, pitcher for the Expos. Dennis Martínez, pitcher for the Expos. Nelson Santaviña, catcher for the Expos. John Berenger, pitcher for the Twins. Tim Laudner, catcher for the Twins. Tim Belcher, pitcher for the Dodgers. Mickey Hatcher, outfield for the Dodgers. And Mike Sioska, catcher for the Dodgers. Ron Robinson, pitcher for the Reds. Rick Reed, pitcher for the Pirates. Joe Carter for the Indians. Dave Clark for the Indians. Rod Nichols, pitcher for the Indians. Keith Cornstalk for the Mariners. Jim Presley, third base for the Mariners. Tom McCarthy, pitcher for the White Sox. Dale Murphy, outfield for the Braves. Mike Henneman, pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. Matt Knowles, catcher for the Detroit Tigers. Jeff Robinson, pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. Frank Tanana, pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. Okay, and now we have some major league prospects. So here we have Rudy Sinez and Colin Charland. Okay. Again, we have major league prospects. Now remember, this is in 1990. Kelly Mann and Dave Hansen. Again, for the major league prospects, we have Chuck McElroy and Noyes Alu. And again, for the major league prospects, we have Matt Kinzer and Wayne Edwards. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Stay tuned for more because we definitely have a lot more cards to show you. Be sure to share them with everyone now, okay? Bye-bye. Alright, today we're bringing you the 1990 Topps baseball cards. Okay, here we have a couple of All-Star American League players here. I thought they were rather special to show you right at the beginning. Couple of hot ones there. Alright, but let me take you through all of them. Here we have our first one here. This is Cal Ripken. He's the '89 record breaker from the Orioles. Ain't he a good one, huh? Nice card. Okay. Next we have Kurt Ford from the Phillies. Jeff Hazer from the Indians. Todd Frorith from the Phillies. Pete O'Brien from the Mariners. Mike Stanley from the Rangers. Matt Young from the Mariners. Ricky Horton from the Cardinals. Rock Raines from the Expos. Greg Matthews from the Cardinals. Scott Baileys from the Indians. Jeff Reed from the Reds. Eric Anthony, he's the future star of the Astros. Now remember, that was in 1990. Okay, Scott Fletcher from the White Sox. Mitch Webster from the Cubs. Jerome Walton from the Cubs. Okay, now he has extra right here. All-Star Rookie. That's his little trophy right there. All-Star Rookie. Okay. Alan Trammell from the Tigers. And an All-Star American lead. Kirby Puckett. And again, All-Star American lead, Ruben Sierra. Two special fellas. Okay. Then we have Brett Saberhagen from the Royals. Harold Baines from the Rangers. Barry Jones from the White Sox. Alright. Tony Castillo from the Braves. Darren Jackson from the Padres. Paul Matcher from the Cubs. Jim Clancy from the Astros. Dan Murphy from the Padres. Howard Johnson from the Mets. Dan Belladello from the Pirates. Carmelo Ortiz from the Padres. Tony Gwynn from the Padres. Tom Trebelhorn, he was the manager for the Brewers. And Tracy Jones from the Tigers. All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a fan, and by all means, share these beautiful cards with other fans. That way everyone gets a chance to see who the players of 1990 were and what team they played in. All right, bye-bye now. Okay, today we're going to bring you the 1989 Leaf, but 1990 Don Ross baseball cards. So in the back, it's 89 Leaf, and in the front is 90 Don Ross. Okay, let me take you right through them all. First you have John Smiley, Diamond King of Don Ross. Okay, then you have Eric Anthony, rated rookie for the Astros. Deline Dashiell, rated rookie for the Expos. Alex Sanchez, rated rookie for the Blue Jays. Claudel Washington for the Angels. Brooke Jacob Jr. for the Indians. Brett Saberhagen for the Royals. Greg Milton for the Angels. John Franco for the Reds. Bo Dials for the Reds. Dan Paquis for the White Sox. Jay Howell for the Dodgers. Don Robinson for the Giants. Terry Steinbach for the A's. Josie Uribe for the Giants. David Martiz for the Expos. Ken Griffey for the Reds. Storm Davis Jr. for the A's. Luis Salazar for the Cubs. Andy Nizella for the Braves. Shane Rawley for the Twins. Al Leither for the Blue Jays. Pat Borders for the Blue Jays. Danny Darwin for the Astros. Jeff Pico for the Cubs. Tony Costello for the Braves. Gerald Clark for the Padres. Mike Kingery for the Dodgers. Mike Shepperson for the Dodgers. Don Carmen for the Phillies. Look at that, all in action. Like that one. Mike Felder for the Brewers. Mark Katrine for the Twins. And Glenelyn Hill for the Blue Jays. Okay, they're plowing outside from the winter storm that we just had last night. So I hope you don't mind hearing some of that. Just some more work being done. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, because we have a lot more cards to show you. And by all means, share them with your friends. Alright, bye-bye now. Okay, today we're bringing you 1989 Topps baseball cards. Okay, this is 1989. So we have so many of them that we've broken it up into 3 different videos. So if you don't see the card you're looking for, stay tuned and watch the rest of them. Alright? So here, we'll start right here. Benny Santiago for the Padres. Cal Ripkins for the Orioles. Ray Quinos for the Mariners. Jim Rice for the Red Sox, and I got plenty of cards from him, multiple ones. Jack Howell from the Angels. Mike Pagliarulo from the Yankees. Brad Moore from the Phillies. Denny Wallings from the Cardinals. Bill Campusano from the Blue Jays. Mike Smith from the Phillies. Paul Molitor from the Brewers. Lloyd Mosby from the Blue Jays. Bill Long from the White Sox. Looks like a real serious player, huh? Wallace Johnson from Expos. Leaders from the Indians. Terry McGriff from the Reds. John Davis for the White Sox. Frank Williams from the Reds. Dave LaPointe from the Pirates. John Mose from the Twins. Moses. Mark McGuire from the Athletics. John Tudor from the Dodgers. Ken Williams from the White Sox. Tim Cruz from the Dodgers. Tim Tuffy from the Mets. And we have a couple of special ones right here. These are 1988 rookies. Nelson Centavina and David Wells. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and pass these videos around to other fans. Alright, so everyone can enjoy them. Bye-bye now. Alright, today we're bringing you some 1989 Topps baseball cards. This is part 2. I had an awful lot of them. And these are All-Star American League and National League players. Here we have the American League, and this one's the National League. Look at that. That's a nice one to have, huh? Alright, but let me show you everything that we have in this second video of the 1989 Topps cards. Okay, here we have Pat Sheridan from the Tigers. Tony Armas from the Angels. Scott Baileys from the Indians. Here we have the manager for the Brewers, Tom Trebelhorn. Kevin Elsters from the Mets. Ryan Sandbergs from the Cubs. Mike Henneman from the Tigers. Herm Winningham from the Reds. Craig Lefferts from the Giants. Craig Carteret from the Athletics. Jose Oquendo from the Cardinals. Andy Benz from the Padres. And this is a first draft pick. Remember, this is in 1989. Okay, and then we have Danny Gladden from the Twins. Brian Fisher from the Pirates. And we have the All-Star American League, Wade Boggs, third baseman. And the All-Star American League, Julio Franco, second baseman. In the All-Star National League, Ryan Sandbergs, second baseman. Ricky Henderson from the Yankees. Steve Labardozzi from the Twins. Eric Pluck from the Athletics. Don Hinsky from the Tigers. Mark Davison from the Twins. Bud Black from the Indians. Chet Lemons from the Tigers. Rick Skulklife, something like that, from the Cubs. Dave Henderson from the Athletics. Tom Foley from the Expos. Andy Hawkins from the Padres. And Bo Jackson from the Royals. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and by all means, share this video with other fans. Alright, bye-bye now. Alright, here we are today with part 3 of the 1989 Topps baseball cards. Okay, we had a lot of them, so we made 3 videos out of them. So let me take you right through them. Okay, this is Bill Schroeder from the Brewers. Then we have Tony Gwynn from the Padres. Paul O'Neill from the Reds. Willie Ansley from the Astros, and he is a first draft pick. Look at that. Of course, remember, this is 1989 now. Okay. And we have Gary Vasco from the Cubs. Stan Javier from Athletics. Eddie Murray from the Orioles. Jeff Reed from the Reds. Mike Greenwell from the Red Sox. Storm Davis from the Athletics. Jeff Treadway from the Reds. Joe Magrin from the Cardinals. Dave Magadan from the Mets. Kirby Puckett from the Twins. Randy Johnson from Expos. Louis Meadows from the Astros. Carmen Costello from the Indians. Marvin Freeman from the Phillies. Terry Kennedy from the Orioles. Tim Wallace from Expos. Dickie Thorne from the Padres. Roger McDowell from the Mets. Will Tejada from the Expos. Jimmy Jones from the Padres. Ron Oyster from the Reds. Nelson Lariano from the Blue Jays. And Prito Guerrero from the Cardinals. Excuse me if I can't say all the words right, all their names, but I do my best. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and share these with everyone else. Let all the fans get to see the cards, all the famous players from 1989. Alright. Bye-bye now.